Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is April and I like to write romance. So if that's your thing, that's my thing, so I don't know, stick around. It is Monday, it is February 10th, and I was up until like 11ish last night because yesterday was the Super Bowl. And if you are new to my channel, you don't know this, I am a huge Eagles fan, thanks to my fiance. I am using my Jason Kelce mug because we won the Super Bowl, which is very exciting. It was a really fun game, for Eagles fans at least, and the halftime show was really great. I am happy to see on TikTok that a lot of other women are thinking like, damn, Kendrick Lamar was rocking those flared jeans, because I never would have even thought that was a thing like that I could like, and then I saw him step up on stage and I was like, man, these jeans look really good. But yeah, I thought it was a really fun halftime show, and the Eagles won, so I'm happy. So I did have to bust out. This is the only Eagles mug that I have. I'm kind of over Jason because he retired and now he's kind of a sellout doing dumb commercials and stuff, but I'll always have a soft spot for him. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I am here today to finally reveal my secret pen name that I used back in 2023 to self-publish some romantic erotica short stories on Kindle. I have been way too embarrassed until now to share it, which is why it's taken me this long. I always intended to share it with you guys, but I am the type of person that everything embarrasses me, which is embarrassing on its own, and it's something I'm sure I could work out in therapy, but I've never been to therapy for this specific issue. So I will say I obviously do not have a diagnosis. I don't know if this is a thing that can be diagnosed, but I read once about something called rejection sensitivity dysphoria, and I was like, whoa, this is relatable. So don't know if that's a thing, don't know if that's my thing, but I get very embarrassed. Everything humiliates me and it can send me into a spiral, and I was just really embarrassed to share this with you guys. And I guess before I share this pen name, I should stress again that I call these romantic eroticas because a lot of people don't realize that there is a difference between romantic erotica and erotic romance. In an erotic romance, you still have a story if you take out all of these spicy scenes. Like, you can turn all the spicy scenes into closed door scenes or take them out entirely, but you would still have a story because the plot is the romance. And with a romantic erotica, you can't take those spicy scenes out. You couldn't turn them into closed door scenes and still have a plot. The plot is the spicy bits, that's what people are there to read. So you could almost just consider erotica straight up corn. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say the real word. At least with romantic erotica, you do get a little bit more of a romantic development because you can find straight smut on Kindle where it's like the characters don't really have any discerning features except their name and maybe the woman is blonde and that's it, and then they just get right to it. I do prefer a little bit of relationship building and character in my eroticas, but for the most part, the point of eroticas are how quickly can I get these characters into bed, you know. And that isn't to say that I find either of these two genres like better or worse. I think they each have their place. I enjoy both. So I think it really just depends on what you're in the mood for, both as a writer and as a reader. And so it was really, I was just kind of exploring, I guess, on Kindle, and I was playing around with rapid release publishing, and I was just kind of also researching keywords and not how they work, but how to like utilize keywords to the best of your ability and stuff. So I did learn quite a bit, and I appreciate what I've done. I'm not super proud. I don't think these stories are written very well, because another thing about erotica on Kindle is that you're basically trying to keep it under 10,000 words, which is very difficult when you are A, an overwriter like me, and B, the kind of person who needs the characters in their smut to have any sort of development. So they're not the best written stories. I'm going to forewarn you all now that these are not the best stories. And these stories definitely aren't for everyone. I wrote these for fun. I was exploring a specific kink in one particular series, and they're just kind of, you know, turn your brain off. I don't know. I guess I've over-explained it now, and you can tell that I'm so desperate to not be embarrassed by it. All that to say, I guess, when I reveal this pen name to you, if you seek out these stories on Kindle, please just read the summaries. I'm pretty sure I have content warnings in the beginning of each story up, just to let you know what you're getting into. There's nothing super extreme. Just read the warnings, you know, and read the blurb so you kind of get a feel for what you're getting into. And also, like, understand you're not going to get this full complex story that hits all the emotional romantic beats that a normal romance would, I guess. I don't know. Just remember, erotica. Like, it's very different from a romance. So, without further ado, and without all of my anxious rambling and my fear of being embarrassed, the pen name that I will be publishing, claimed by the lone wolf under, is Alina Robb. I wanted a name with these initials because they're my real life initials, and the last name, Robb, is actually really close to my real life last name. Although, since I'm getting married this year, that's not going to be the case after Halloween. So that kind of sucks, but also it'll just be a nice little reminder, I guess. And I just picked Alina because A, it was an A name, but B, I just like it. It's a pretty name, and I don't know, if I could go back in time, I might even tell my parents to name me Alina. It's just a pretty name. So you can find Alina Robb on Kindle. All of my stories on there are on Kindle Unlimited, so if you have a membership, you know, they're, I don't want to say free because you're paying your membership, but you don't have to buy them specifically to read them. And on Substack, you can now also find me as Alina Robb. I went through this weekend to make sure I had everything set up the way I want it to, and I'm going to link both of those down below in the description box. And speaking of Substack, now on to my concrete plans for how I'm going to be publishing Claimed by the Lone Wolf by Alina Robb. It will be available on February 17th, and updates will go up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I will be posting 3 times a week. And on release day, it is going to be the first 2 chapters, but after that, it'll just be 1 chapter 3 times a week, if that makes sense. And if you're the kind of person who like prefers to read it all in one sitting, you know, I understand and I apologize. I just thought this sounded much more fun for me personally. I wouldn't call this like serialized fiction, but posting it in a serialized way just really brings me back to my fanfiction days. And I never had more fun than when I was in a fandom posting updates once or twice a week, you know, just the excitement of it all. It was just so much fun, and I also like to have a schedule, so I don't know, it's just more fun for me this way, so hopefully you aren't too upset about it. I would like to publish Claimed by the Lone Wolf on Kindle one day. I would get a real legitimate cover made. I'm using my own cover art now and I'm not an artist. But for now, I just wanted to, I don't want to say like give back to you guys, but essentially that's what it is. I have had this channel for 5 years and I feel like I don't have anything to show for it. My young adult trilogy, I published that before I started my YouTube channel. And I feel like I'm just constantly working on things and you guys never get to see any of it. And that just doesn't feel right, I guess. Like I tend to give up on like everything. I burn out. A famous phrase of mine is that I'm putting something on the back burner because even when I intend to go back to it, I never do. So it's just a way for me to share my writing with you guys, finally. It's a story that I'm really happy with, and it's, I guess, almost a way of just saying thanks. Some of you have been like subscribed to me since that very first video 5 years ago, and some of you comment regularly, like have commented regularly since then. Like some of you have been here from the absolute beginning, and I just am happy to share with you guys, I guess. I don't know, it sounds really stupid to say it like that, but I guess that's just how I feel. So yeah, you can head over to Substack now, where you can see the cover art that I've made. And you can read the official blurb, I guess, because it's the blurb, I'm not changing it. You can read the official blurb for this story. You can also subscribe early if you want, but obviously I'm not asking, like you don't have to. You don't have to ever subscribe at all. If you do, that just means like when February 17th rolls around, you'll be notified that the first 2 chapters are up. It will come straight to your inbox, so I don't know if that means it'll be 2 different emails or if it'll just roll them into one. I don't know how it works, but yeah, you'll basically get it in your inbox on February 17th when it releases. Or like I said, you do not have to subscribe. You can just wait until release day and then just go check it out on your own. I know when you go to somebody's Substack for the first time, it does give you like a little prompt to subscribe, but it almost tricks you and makes you think you have to subscribe to read it, but you don't. You can just click no thanks at the bottom and it'll still let you read. So you will never have to subscribe to read it. And there you have it. April K is Alina Robb. and Alina Robb writes the freaky deaky, I guess. And if that's your kind of thing, go ahead, give it a read, let me know what you think. Please, if you don't like erotica, please don't go and like just rate everything 1 star on Amazon. I'm already not getting like ratings, so that would suck. But yeah, I don't think I'll get another writing vlog out before release day, but I will definitely be working on the second book in this series that I'm for now just calling Tilda's book, and I will definitely be vlogging my progress working on this book. And yeah. So yeah, this was just kind of a short little chat to just drop a link, I guess, and make sure we're all ready, because February 17th was kind of, I think it was the last video I mentioned that I wanted to do it the Monday after Valentine's Day, so I had it in my head and yet it still kind of feels like it snuck up on me, but I'm very, very excited. I am very happy with Claimed by the Lone Wolf and I can't wait to share it. So I did, like I said, I just wanted to make this little video to talk about my plans, tell you guys what can be expected, and I hope that you guys will give my writing a chance and that you won't absolutely hate it. And before I go, I don't know if anybody actually cares, but I finished reading Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I still don't know if I'm saying her last name right. And I actually kind of liked it. The writing is not good, and I spent a lot of time while reading it thinking about how much better I could write certain scenes, and I spent a lot of time like saying like, ew, I wish she hadn't have phrased it this way, or God, these characters talk so stupid. But there's something about it that I enjoyed, and I don't know what it is. Honestly, it's probably just because of the dragons. I don't know. And I found out that the second book is on Kindle Unlimited, so I may have read the first couple of chapters. Again, I don't think it's well written at all. I think the characters are annoying and the dialogue is cringy, but there's something that is holding me and like keeping me clicking next page basically. And I don't know. I will say it's weird that it's like this fantasy world, but like the timeline is the same, like the months. Every time Violet mentions July or October or whatever, she mentions a month that is normal in our human world, and I'm like, it just throws me out. Like December in a fantasy world? Unless I am wondering if like a big reveal is going to be that this is our world, our universe, and this is like just well into the future after like magic and dragons have kind of been revealed to be real, and that's why all the months are the same. I don't know. It struck me a little weird. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, I liked it, and I'm kind of embarrassed that I liked it, but it was just kind of fun in a popcorny, turn your brain off kind of way, I guess. What do I know? I thought Jupiter Ascending was a really fun movie. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, and be sure to look out for Claimed by the Lone Wolf, coming to Substack on February 17th. And I love you all, and I really appreciate you being here, so thank you for watching.